Welcome to Your Moment with Miguel Ramirez.
Hello, my name is Miguel Ramirez, and on today's episode, I'm going to be inviting back Michael Peñafiel. This episode is a bit more of a continuation from last week's episode when it comes to identifying perpetrators. In this instance, Michael shares how sometimes perpetrators are not often strangers. Sometimes they tend to be somebody who you're familiar with. If you have a favorite convenience store, coffee shop, if you work in a specific environment, it's not necessarily somebody you know personally, but somebody who you see frequently. And so when you see them, there's that familiarity from seeing them every day. But sometimes that could lead into a potentially dangerous circumstance. So in today's discussion, we talk about that. And just to give a quick advisory, there is some adult language used. So if, that's something that you feel sensitive to, just, err on the side of caution. Profanity is used, but not to a gratuitous degree. More on my episode with Michael Peñafiel.
Great example. I had a friend of mine that talked about how she was a receptionist at this at a company. And the FedEx guy who'd come in, and she was cool with him for years. And then one day she noticed that he started talking to her more about intimate stuff, friend stuff. It wasn't that bad.
Right.
Say, oh yeah, cool. Yeah, no, I'm not in a relationship. She's single. Blah blah blah. Kind of banter, not even banter, but conversation that you have with somebody who you're more familiar with.
Right.
And then he asked her out on a date, but then the way he asked her out was to her was creepy.
Right.
And she said, Mike, you were totally right. I was like, well, I'm not right. I'm just saying I'm just saying that, it happens, and later on I found out down the line, the guy was, when she set her boundary with him, he started acting, became more hostile, and then later on he was fired. And, and she found out through friends, it's oh yeah, no, he's creepy to the women at work and stuff like that,
Wow.
And she's like, I'm so glad that she saw it, but this was after a couple of years of just knowing the guy, seeing him familiarly. They weren't even friends, but she was familiar with him, but there was something about the way he presented himself just didn't agree with her, so she said no, but then he got more hostile because if you think about it, someone's harmless, yeah, okay, guys get their feelings hurt. I asked a pretty girl out.
They move on.
And then later on, hey, everything's still cool, right? But no, yeah, it went downhill from there. Like she said, he started getting more, giving her more attitude, more aggressive, more of these just underhanded comments about what she was wearing and stuff like that. She's like, oh my God, she's like, what the hell? She was totally caught off guard by it. So she was glad because, her imagination goes to another place oh, he could rape me. Ooh, maybe. Or maybe he's just, who knows? But right. At least you're safe. And so that was the most important thing.
That's a wrap for today's episode. I'd like to thank you for listening. I am wishing you a happy, safe, pleasant Friday. Take it easy, relax when you can, and enjoy when you can. Have a good night.
Stay up to date with news, interviews, and upcoming show episodes by following Your Moment with Miguel Ramirez on Spreaker.com.